Okay. Now, let's see. Key sections here that I wanted to go over, picking up for part two here. Let's go back to full screen. All right, all right, all right. Oh, cool lines. For the laws of nature, as justice, equity, modesty, mercy, and in some doing unto others as we would be done to of themselves without the terror of some power to cause them to be observed, are contrary to our natural passions, which carry us to partiality, pride, revenge, and the like. In covenants, which means treaties without the sword, are but no words and of no strength to secure a man at all. Therefore, notwithstanding the laws of nature, which every one has then kept, when he has the will to keep them, when he can do it safely, if there be no power erected or no great are not great enough for our security, every man will and may lawfully rely on his own strength and art for caution against all other men. I've rewritten this for CP. Oh, sorry, we're losing connection here. Oh, okay. The line here, it says, doing unto others as we would be done to. Basically, it's saying is that we can't follow the golden rule. It's why I have to put in my syllabus for you guys, you crazy people. And then it says that without any punishment or without force, that basically treaties or agreements or laws have no strength to keep us in check. So if there's no government, then we must follow the laws of nature, which means we're free to do as we wish, and that we may lawfully rely on our own power in mind to protect ourselves. Oh, I think my laptop's overheating. This is not good. Oh, it's not too hot yet. Okay. Anyways, now why don't we skip down a bit here? 17.4, quick summary so you can rewrite it on your own. It just is saying like that even in small numbers, it doesn't really matter because you guys should remember this at this point, that in a small group, when the as numbers change, it's much more noticeable, right? So yeah, a group of four, three versus one is a lot, or seems like a bigger deal than, I don't know, 2,000 versus 1,000. All right, it's easier to see. So it doesn't, basically smaller groups, we realize that there's chaos, and then even when there's a lot of people, we end up fighting each other, and we can't get anything done because we just can't agree on anything. So 17.4, 17.5, talking about concept of size of factions, which is actually picked up later on by James Madison in Federalist number 10, which I talked to you guys about today. Now, now from 17.7 all the way down, and I'm not even going to read these because it's so straight up and normal, all the way down to 17.14, he literally compares us to bees and ants because bees and ants are really simple. They don't fight. They just simply gather honey or food and make more bees or ants versus humans who are evil, lie, cheat, like to do more than each other, like to outdo each other, like to get even. All right, so he's just talking about the complexities of humanity versus simpler creatures. Bees and ants, as far as we know, unless you've seen a bee movie, aren't making iPhone 11s with 55 cameras. They're just chilling. Now, 17.4, let's end this. So, the key lines, if we were to figure out his entirety here, this is where he says, that is more than considered conquered. It is the real unity of them all in one and the same person, made by a covenant of every man with every man in such a manner as this every man should say to every man, I authorize and give up my right of governing myself to this man or this assembly of men on this condition that you give up your right to him and authorize all his actions in like manner. Basically saying that we all say, if you give up your rights to do whatever you want, I will too, to this singular ruler or small group of rulers, right? So an oligarchy, or he prefers is a monarchy, right? An absolute monarchy. This done, the multitude so united as one person called a commonwealth in Latin civitas, this is the generation of the great Leviathan, the front cover, or rather to speak more reverently, or respectively, of that mortal God to which we owe, under the immortal God, our peace and defense. For by this authority given by him every particular man in the commonwealth, he has the use of so much power and strength conferred on him that by terror thereof he is enabled to, for the wills of them all, to peace at home and mutual aid against their enemies abroad. So basically, an all-powerful monarch that keeps us safe from others, from foreigners, back when they were worried about invasion, and from each other. Okay, cool. And that's how he defines the commonwealth, right? Is us entering the society. This person is called a sovereign and said to have that sovereign power, and everyone besides his is his subject. Cool. All done with Hobbes. But how do I stop recording this? Always